Okay, finally we have to calculate what is the primitive of this, and what this integral for this function, right? So maybe the first thing we need to do is to express this function as we have done this with these other ones, separating into pieces, right? Okay, so let's see. Maybe here the easiest thing to do is to take the interval minus 1, 1 and plot these two functions, okay? So let's try to do this. All right, so here's minus 1 and this is 1. At minus 1, the sign is, the argument of the sign is minus pi half, so the value of the function is minus 1. Let's put it here. At 1, this is pi half, so it's 1, so it goes like this, right? So this is the sign of pi x over 2. If we plot the cosine, here and here is equal to 0, but at 0 is equal to 1, so you have something like this. More or less, right? So this is the cosine of pi x over 2. So clearly, if we look for the maximum of these two functions, well, the maximum is here, up to here, and then from here it is this other function. All right? So that's the function that we want to integrate, and the separation occurs at this point, which is midway, by symmetry is midway in the two, in this interval, so it's equal to 1/2. So 1/2 is the crossing point. Okay, so what we have is a function f, which is defined as the sine of, the cosine of pi x over 2 when x is between minus 1 and 1/2, right? This one here, and then it's equal to the sine of pi x over 2 when x is between 1/2 and 1. Okay, now we proceed as usual. Capital F will be the primitive of the cosine is the sine, but there's a pi half, so we have 2 over pi, the sine of pi x divided by 2, plus a constant, right? Here the primitive of the sine is minus the cosine, so it's minus 2 over pi cosine of pi x over 2 plus c prime, and here we have this interval. Now we need continuity at the point 1/2, right? So we substitute this in 1/2 and this in 1/2 and make them equal. So what we have is 2 over pi, the sine of pi over 4 plus c is equal to minus 2 over pi, the cosine of pi over 4 plus c prime, all right? Okay, pi over 4, the sine and the cosine of pi over 4 is equal to 1 over the square root of 2, or the square root of 2 divided by 2, as you prefer. I'm going to use the second form because it is more convenient here, because there's a 2 here, right? So what we have is, in this case, square root 2 over pi plus c is equal to minus square root 2 over pi plus c prime. So c prime is 2 square root 2 over pi plus c, or if you prefer, 2 square root 2 is square root 8 plus c, all right? So we can write this here, square root 8 over pi plus c. Okay, and finally what we need to do now is to evaluate this function at -1 and make it 0. So at -1, what we have is the sign, we have here the sign of minus pi half, which is minus 1, so we have minus 2 over pi plus c. which means that c is 2 over pi. Alright, so we have here 2 over pi, and here you have 2 over pi. There you go.